Good morning, respected faculty members. I, Priyanka Goswami, welcome you all for Faculty Development Program on the Entrepreneurship, Incubation and Innovation. Today, our topic for FDP is Innovation in Health Sector, Lab to Land. First of all, may I briefly introduce to you all our speaker, Dr. Sachidanand Singh. Dr. Sachidanand Singh, presently working as an associate professor and head in the Department of Biotechnology, School of Energy Technology, Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. His education belongs from an engineering background, that is BTech in biotechnology, MTech bioinformatics, PhD and postdoctoral experience come from Ohio State University, College of Pharmacy, USA. He has more than 14 years of experience in teaching, administration, and research. He has served as professor and head internal quality assurance cell and dean of elite science at Sachidanand Patel University, Gujarat, dean of biotechnology and agriculture science, NAC SSR head and research coordinator at Sri Ram Sarup Memorial University. Work experience include Karun University, Sri Ram Sarup Memorial University, Vignan University, and Sachidanand Patel University. His research area includes plant biotechnology, metagenomics, system biology, network biology, microRNA-based studies, expression data analytics, next generation sequencing, and statistical genetics. His present focus also include understanding the canonical and non-canonical pathway of miRNA biogenesis, dynamics and mechanism of miRNA-mediated gene regulation. He teaches different subjects, especially genomics and proteomics, microarray and image analysis, drug design, and molecular modeling for graduate and postgraduate students. He has been involved in various assignments given by university authority from time to time as an online teaching platform, research initiative, biogas plant, NAC, NBA, and other council approvals. He has published more than 60 research reviews, articles in peer-reviewed journals, 9 patents published, among which are 4 are granted. He has completed 1 SERB Government of India funded project and 2 university grant projects. He has received several awards in his area of research and for his teaching strategies. He has organized different conferences and workshops and received government funds for the same. He has shared his area of expertise with different colleges and universities as an invited speaker at different conferences and workshops. He has guided 36 BTech and 10 MTech projects. He has awarded 3 PhD students under him in the field of herbal product, drug design, and integration with the network biology. He has already edited 3 books under Springer and Taylor and Francis Publishing Groups. He has a collaboration with Mendal University, Czech Republic, Europe, Lund University, Sweden, and Monash University, Australia. Now, I will request to our speaker to continue the session. Sir, please on your mic.
Yeah. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Goswami ji. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And I'm really happy to be part of this faculty development program. I really thank Dr. Anupam, Head Biotechnology of Bansal Institute, to giving me this opportunity. A very good friend of mine, and we do a lot of collaborations and scientific interactions. Thank you to the whole Bansal department faculties for organizing this wonderful faculty development program. And I also welcome all the participants from in and around India from different institutes. So I hope this is the second day, and The title is very wonderful on entrepreneurship, innovations, and incubation. So I am touching upon innovations in health. But as I could see, the first lecture was on innovation, incubation, and entrepreneurship. So I'll just little bit touch upon the aspects of innovations, and we'll talk about bit of technology transfer, and then we'll enter into what my institute as a energy university is doing and what we have done as a collaboration from few points, so that we all get to understand what are the different type of innovations or understanding we can do in health sector. So, so once again, thank you, and let's go ahead. We can have an interaction at the end or in the middle, as your coordinators would have planned, but you can have the things accordingly. So, so innovation, it's not a word which has come now, but we all started talking about when teaching came into a learning phase. Then people started telling at higher education that we should go ahead with different aspects of learning into different way. So in that, people started talking about patent, people started talking about publications, people started talking about research review articles. In that, that concept came out as innovation. So, so they said, when there is a teaching and learning, and when in higher education or in a school environment, when you teach or learn together, you come out with so many novel things or an innovation. So in 19th century itself, by Gabriel Trade, he said innovation as a word known as novelty. Novelty, something which comes as a new, something which comes as a learning as a new. So that he called it as novelty. But in 1965, late 1965, by Victor Thompson, he said it's the generation, acceptance, and implementation of new ideas. When you generate or accept something which is as a new idea, and then you can see the downline, then it is processed as a product or services. So you can understand in 1965 itself a concept of, we'll come to the coming slides about TRL, technology readiness level. In the 1965 by Victor Thompson itself, these words are already reported as generation, acceptance, implementation of new idea, process, and product of services to be added. This all thing was been added as 1965. Then we have creation, what you call as a new idea as an innovation is creation and pursuit to the new ideas. You move towards understanding a new concept, or you try to understand a new concept is a new idea. Second, what we call innovations. So many a times innovations, as it said, it's a novelty. Many times it is called as innovation as a concept of imitations. When you start a innovation, something is going on, and parallelly you find out a technology concept into a different aspect, but in a different aspect is known as innovation. As a imitation, you'll just get to know what I'm trying to say with imitations. Then people say now innovations is entirely novel. That is a question which we need to ask by us or to our faculties or among ourselves. That is a innovation, when I say, is entirely 100% novel, or it is totally technology based. When I say it's only on easing my work, or is it totally on sensor based, is it totally technology based, and does it gives only a positive impact, is innovation. So yes, so discussion can move around on this aspect of innovations. Innovation are not entirely novel. It is not always a technology based. It can be a policy based innovation also. That also will come in coming slides. It can be a kind of theoretical knowledge based also can be a innovation. And then it depends upon what type of impact it is putting. Of course, we are 100%, we want it should give a positive impact, but these impacts can be in alternative way of parallel, that how it goes ahead. Then there is a point of discussion: is innovation always at internet sector level, like how you want to make your technology more easier, how you want to make it as more accessible, or is it as it is at only at e-commerce level? Why I have taken these three components is because most of the innovation, or most of the public, or most of the new generation is moving only on these three directions. If you see BTech CS, fully flushed, fully flooded, 2 batches, 3 batches, 4 batches. If you talk about now BCom LLB, BA LLB, fully flooded. If you talk about a kid discussing, he or she will be discussing on 5G network, that game, this component, this e-marketing, this strategy. So the whole world presently is moving towards this concept. So new concepts, new websites, new portals are coming up, but still a discussion happens is innovations only towards this, is yes or no? So of course no. Of course, a large number of population is moving towards the innovation, towards this, that is 70% by Economic Health Forum. But there are n number of another innovations which has to be taken care. So that's what we are going to touch upon today, is innovations in health. And of course, it is with the touching sector of this thing. So, so this we have to see upon. Second, is innovation focused on what aspect? Is it on way of thinking we do, or way of doing things differently? So these are two aspects which we say, that is way of thinking in the aspect of how I try to understand a concept towards its output. So that is my way of thinking. And second is way of doing things differently. Suppose I go for a formulation of a pharmaceutical drug towards A to B to C, and if I take up this challenge into a different steps, is my way of doing the things differently. If I want to do a centrifugation in a centrifugation machine, and if I want to do by my own tricky method, is also a way of my doing things differently. So there are n number of approaches how you represent your innovation into different aspects. So this was the thing which I wanted to share with you all. This I have taken it from biology for engineers, which is going on into different AICT model curriculum. And there is one topic, and we were actually teaching this. So we wanted to share with engineers actually what are the different aspects of imitation. So as I said, innovation is also one set kind of imitation. So if you see this burr fruit, which has this stickiness and these portions for pollination purpose, during their pollination time they use it, which is basically now used and applicable into our Velcro tape. So people are using it as a Velcro tape. So this is a kind of imitation which people are trying to use it. Second, people have analyzed and visualized how a kingfisher beak, how with that beak and how perfectly this kingfisher is able to fly with that accurate angle. So taking this into consideration, the Japan was the first one to come out with the bullet train, and they developed similar like a kingfisher beak bullet train to understand the speed and velocity of that bullet train. So that these are some type of innovations which are basically, yes, which are basically imitations of something which is already going on, as in plants or in animals, which we are trying to apply into the technology component into for our easiness. So these were some example of imitations as an innovation. Now, I'm sure someone will take up different type of innovation, incubation, and entrepreneurship as a technical point of view, but I have taken 2 slides as my day was just a second day. So I just wanted to introduce, maybe someone would have introduced this thing, but I really wanted to share this information about technology readiness level. Now, whenever a technology or a research is done, that has been segregated into this 0 to 9 division that is known as TRL, that is technology readiness level. Now, whenever, if we have in this forum faculties, if we have in this forum some PG students, or if in this we have forum of UG students, whenever you are doing your final year research project, or MTechs are doing their research project, or faculties are applying for a project, they should have a very clear-cut understanding of their whatever project they are applying is in which TRL level, that is technology readiness level portion. Also, when you apply for a government funded project or a consultancy, when you write this type of component, the evaluator is very clear that the scientist or the faculty knows about the research which he or she is trying to put up in front of the evaluators is in which TRL level. So suppose if it is just my concept or an idea, that comes into my TRL 0. But of course, when it is a DST or a DBT or ICMR, unless it is not a very basic end research, your TRL should be to one.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Slide is moving.
But I can see TRL.
Sir, sorry for
Yeah.
interrupting you. And maybe
Slides are
slides
not
are
moving
not moving.
in my
I am only,
YouTube
sir,
video.
I am only seeing only until now. I am only seeing the first slide. अभी कुछ
Yeah,
बदला
yeah.
है.
Now,
Can anyone else see but I can see in my YouTube I am in TRL level. No, for everyone it is.
now we are having.
Yeah, now we are seeing. Now we are seeing. Until now it was not there.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. So we just ended up without seeing anything. Is it for everyone or it is only for this?
For everyone.
Still, sir, only first slide. First slide is available.
Oh, so is it still like this? Where are we right now?
First
on
slide, second slide, second slide.
Second
Oh.
slide.
Now it is moving.
Okay. Oh, so I'm really sorry. So I don't know.
It's
Some
okay, sir.
glitch. Maybe we can just rush the slides slow by slow, and then we can come to the TRL level.
Okay.
So we were talking about innovations. As I said, Gabriel Trade, he talked about innovation in late 19th century. Do you want me to keep like this, or I put it as a presenter view? Can anyone tell me when I put it as presenter view, is it moving or not?
Yes, sir. I will tell you.
Is it moving now?
Yes, sir. You are on the second slide.
No, I'm in third slide. Victor Thompson. No.
It is showing second slide.
Okay, then let me go with this.
Now
Is it?
it is third slide.
So I'll go with this. I think there is some glitch in the internet. So let me go ahead with this. I'll not put it as presenter view. I'll keep it like this. So we have Victor Thompson. We just rushed it up. So he talked about innovation in these three ways, which I have already spoken around. Then this is about new ideas on creation and persuade. Then there is many innovations reported as imitations. This we talked about. Then we also talked about, is the innovation entirely novel, technology based, or it gives some specific impact. Then we also talked about, is innovation internet based, e-commerce based, or computer. So this also we spoke about. Then we also talked about way of thinking or way of doing things differently. Then I told you this example of imitation, where barefoot is nowadays in our shoes and sandal Velcro tape. We are using it up. We also spoke about Kingfisher, Kaki Kingfisher beak, how it is specific. People are using it now for a bullet train. So we were here. We were talking about technology readiness level. Are we all able to see technology TRL level here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, but some few imitations won't be able to come, but we'll see. So technology readiness level, TRL level, is some component for everyone to understand whenever they put up a project, or whenever we have an idea or a concept, or when we apply for a project, a faculty or student should report in which TRL level your project or your concept is towards. So if I say I'm just starting my idea on an unproven concept, is my TRL 0. If I have started talking about my research, but there are no evidence and I want some support, is your basic research. Then are you talking about the technology formulation, in the sense concept and application by some methodology is your technology formulation. This all comes from 0 to 3, or you can say a border of 3 to 4 is your idea. So you and me need to ponder upon, discuss with our faculty and friends to understand in this TRL level 0 to 3, which portion I am saying my idea lies behind when I write a project. Second, we are in a TRL of 4 to 5 has most important concept of getting a bigger funding or reporting my concept towards as a small scale prototype or a large scale prototype. But this TRL from 4 to 6 is known as a TRL or a valley of death. So we'll come to that slide. So here itself are most of the projects just enter into this valley of death and they are not able to proceed to a next stage, that is called as large scale prototype, marketing, demonstration system, or commercialization, or technology transfer, marketing, and then finally commercialization of that scale. So that gap of industry and academia need to be filled at towards the valley of death. So you and me have to discuss and to understand at which level of TRL my project or our project lies, and where you want to take this project to. So in this era of Modi ji's government of Atmanirbhar Bharat, most of the projects which are working upon are towards after 3 to 9. So we need to think in that way, that now basic research concept is yet as a faculty, I say, but as a Indian citizen and towards the moving towards a higher entity, we need to have our all projects towards the final 9 TRL. So this is something I have taken recently today morning from MDPI 2023 one paper, where they were talking about their ZCRF technology, where they are focusing upon. So you can see, if I put it in presenter view, it will be nice, but you can see this is the portion where most of our projects lies. That is from TRL level 0, that is 1 to 4. So 4 in the sense technology validation in the lab. Most of our 80 to 90 projects are stopped at this level only. And this is the valley of death. That is from around 4 to 6, some portion. That is technology validation in lab, technology validated in relevant environment, in the sense marketing or the portion where it has to basically that technology has to go. And finally, technology demonstrated when you present to your investors that what type of project or what type of product you have done. So this value, if your project or if your product or if your component passes this valley of death, then sky is the limit. Then your technology has to come out at a prototype, and finally it goes for completion and validation and qualification, and finally the system is deployed or it has taken up by an industry for the final product development. So this gap of academia and industry at the sense of value of death is a very important aspect coming up nowadays, and people are talking a lot and they want to merge this academic and industry fundings together so that this value of death peak reduces and we are able to reach from academia to industry as a technology readiness level. So I hope till here it is okay. Now let's come to specific points. So this was something which I wanted to discuss about innovations. Innovation in sense of aspect of understanding, like what you think innovation is. Innovation is always not that from a pencil you make a pen, or a pen is from ball pen you make an ink pen. So there are different type of innovations. Last week I was with one of the investor summit, and there we had a very renowned person from iHub who sits in Delhi, Government of India, and he was talking very nice line. He said, we know Colgate. All of us know Colgate. So do you think that in Colgate, once they have made this Colgate, have they stopped themselves? So, and he started asking, do you know how many varieties till now do we have about Colgate? And we were just telling 5, 6, 10. So till date, today, Colgate has 38 varieties of Colgate. Colgate with salt, Colgate with mint, Colgate with this, Colgate with that. So 38 varieties. So can you imagine one single Colgate has 38 varieties, and they are still booming into the market, into different platforms. So this is something which includes the innovation into different aspects. This is something when you add some nanotechnology upload. This is something when you add Ayurvedic formulations into it. So there are n number of things. The only concept is you need to discuss, ponder, think, and you should have an idea lab concept of thing where you talk about research and technology. So that is something on innovations in health. And if you see the word, this lab to land word has come just because now we have, maybe I'll increase this little more. Yeah, so this lab to land has started, this word has started coming from last year, but this year's budget, when for agriculture sector and health sector, the money was being floated, and Modi ji's, our Prime Minister discussed about a number of things, and then he started utilizing this word very frequently, that I need my research, my projects to come from initial research to the person who needs to work upon, who needs to take it up. So lab to land in the sense, the users who wants to use this technology has to get into it. So that is the portion of lab to land. So so we will now see how different type of innovations in different sectors of health, where we can think about making a prototype, talking about some research, and entering towards the product version. So the very first important one is pharmaceutical investigations. This is where we all talk about. We see different aspects of a concept as a biotechnology, microbiologist, or pharmaceutical guy, or a bioinformatician. We try to understand new drug development or new drug strategies or new component or a molecule, which is very, very helpful with less side effects, and in treating some rare diseases or some diseases which is growing in statistically very high, or different genetic disorders. So when you come out with new drug development process or new drug development component, there also innovations comes out. So just taking a very prompt example of cancer, where n number of cancers are going on right now. Presently I'm in Gujarat, so I start talking about in Gujarat. Oral cancer is at 62% all over the Gujarat. So people are talking about new drug development in oral cancer. Neurodegenerative diseases are due to different conditions. Neurodegenerative diseases are increasing. So in which one of the Alzheimer's disease or autism is another important factor for which new drug development is required. And there are different rare genetic disorders which causes, and which has been ignored, which also requires different new drug development. Second is our concept of personalized medicine, where genomics and genetic based studies of profiling is a different aspect. You would have seen many industries and companies coming out to say that we will do your whole genetic profiling. That represents which specific type of medicine or personalized medicine can be taken care, is another type of innovations going ahead. In this, if you see one case study, I would really wish people to see some concepts of CRISPR-Cas technology, which people are nowadays using for genetic disorders. And it's not about, unless I don't have this facility, I cannot think about. If you phrase a concept also for CRISPR-Cas technology in gene editing concept, is also one type of a step or idea where you talk that I am at TRL 0 or 1 where I want to apply for or think about this project. So that is also one concept which you can think in sense of pharmaceutical innovations. Then second is your medical device innovations. very important parameter and a field where most of the industry and the component are moving towards it. That is one which around presently how many people are attending this talk would be taking up with the smartwatch, where when they see they have 10,000 steps covered, they say, yay, I have actually occupied or covered my these many calories, or I have burnt my these many calories. Today I'm very healthy because my heart rate is perfect, my BP is perfect. So what is that? That is your some health monitoring system smartwatches, which is taking care of your health, or which is able to track your fitness. So that is a different type of medical innovations which people are seeing about. People are talking about telehealth medicine, telehealth technology, where robotic surgery and assistive surgery, precision-based surgery is going on. There are medical setups where at one stretch of bed, every type of facility is being given. That is one which initially was given as Da Vinci surgical system. In a bed, the whole surgical system set up with a robotic surgery was taken care. So that is one type of medical health innovations which people are talking about. People are also working. If you just Google out India Mart, when I remember in 6-7 years before, India Mart was only having this agriculture, different small tools and kits. After COVID-19, whatever medical instruments you talk about is now in your India Mart, that is developed by Indian Bharat. So Atmanirbhar Bharat concept is going on. People are talking about making more innovations and interventions, and they are making manufacturing the health monitoring system. So these are some type of medical devices which makes our fitness tracked, which makes our health tracked. Second is very important is health IT innovations, where a term known as electronic health records, EHR, electronic health record. What is that? That is managing patients' data. Now, if you talk about what is the use of this as an innovation, so we cannot forget 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, when in 2021 different type of drug combinations were coming up. Hey, come on, for this type of patient, let's try this type of drug. If this is happening, they have identified this type of drug or malarial drug, or this type of drug was supporting, plasma was supporting. So how it was happening? It was not happening only through phone, but there was a whole EHR, electronic health record management throughout the world, where they were seeing the number of patients recovered by which type of drug combination, and that was shared among the doctors used to discuss, scientists used to discuss, and finally they were coming out with different type of drug combinations for patients care. So that is the importance and strength of maintaining an electronic health record at each level, that is phenotypic and genotypic level, everywhere it talks about. Then it is very important at telemedicine, that is a telenetworking, remote health services, where you are able to understand for this type of disease, if this type of drug is given or this type of care is given, the person recovers much. So that can be done at this level. So that is one specific type of IT innovations, telehealth record, where people can talk about different type of enhanced innovation towards it. Very important factors, where usually those people who are here as a biotechnologist, microbiologist, agriculturist, we develop different type of diagnostic kit. Nowadays, people are very interested to have handy kits to move around or to do a test. Say, for example, a very normal approach of innovation is a BP machine. Previously, whenever we used to go for a BP checking, there was a rectangle BP machine. The doctor or the pharmacist used to pump, and we used to have it up. Now, my child or a young child of 10 years can also do it for their father, or a grandfather can put it up and do it by the digital care, and can understand that BP is raised or no. Previously, for a diabetes check also, people has to move around, walk around, and those people who are challenged cannot take care of all those things. So now we have handy diabetes diagnostic kits to understand or to monitor our diabetes level. Same like that can be done for different diagnostics. A very similar or a easiest approach of pregnancy kit, very similar approach of viral diagnostics. So there are n number of things which can be thought about at molecular level to develop some diagnostic kits, and these are not very innovative only for urban people, but these type of molecular diagnostic kits are very helpful for tribal peoples or those people whom medical is not being able to reach out. So for those people, if we are able to develop some innovations as a diagnostic kit, can be passed through this telemedicine or through these approaches, and they can be diagnosed or identified into different things. So that is the most important as a social care which can be thought about. Of course, you can see sensor-based results are the most important thing. Liquid biopsy is one of the case study for in non-invasive cancer detection monitoring method. There are n number of cancer detection methods are going on. Biotechnologists will say yes about liquid biopsy. Previously, a biopsy has to be taken up, do a study, lot of things. If I talk about inventions towards innovation, innovation in health is not only humans, but innovation in health is also for my plants. So now there are small metagenomics kit where you can go and see the healthiness of your soil. You can go and check the healthiness of a soil and understand that how perfect your soil is for this type of crop. So that is also a kind of innovation in health. Second, very important one is artificial intelligence in healthcare. So when we talk about artificial AI in healthcare, we talk about diagnostics in artificial intelligence. We talk about accuracy, and we talk about how a disease can be predicted by applying artificial intelligence or machine learning approaches. So what is the concept behind it is, when you have EHR, that is electronic health record components, when you have this medical data together, you are able to understand, you are able to summarize that, you are able to make a training set, test data, and then you are able to develop AI diagnostic kit. So what will be the output of the diagnostic kit? You give your features, you give your clinical investigation, and it will predict whether the patient is towards this disease, border of this disease, or if disease is there, what is the range of that disease as severe, low, or higher. So like that, there is a IBM Watson Health diagnostic artificial intelligence healthcare kit, which is I can see in Texas University people are using for application in oncology. Then there is another important factors in innovation in health is your pharmacogenomics approach, where when we do a genomic profiling of a person, we can prescribe or subscribe specific drug responses towards that genetic profiling. So that is a kind of research or innovations going towards precision medicine, specific for a specific drug, specific for a specific type of target. Huge amount of people are moving towards this type of approach because technology is growing. So stem cell therapy is another advancement or innovation where people are talking about when there is a damaged tissue or organ. If I say I have started talking about or learning about stem cell therapy in autism, stem cell therapy in ADHD. So people are doing a stem cell therapy, autologous therapy, where mononuclear cells are being given. So what is the concept? Those damaged neurons or tissues will get again regenerated through this stem cell therapy. So innovations in that is important. Developing artificial organs or tissue engineering concept is another concept of innovations in human health. The very important factors, if you see nowadays, read newspaper, we have progressed in knee replacement and knee therapy and knee related concepts at a very far level. Cartilage regeneration, cartilage generation in research, potential identification, those all things to treating joint injuries, India has reached to one level. So that is one factor where we have scored, and very important in cartilage regeneration towards this joint therapy. So that has come out as a very good innovation in health. We also need to look upon different type of vaccines innovation. People are already talking about different type of mRNA and viral vector vaccines, but there was evidence when COVID-19 vaccine was going on. Either it is a Ayurvedic formulation, either it is a allopathic formulation. Everyone was talking about different type of vaccine, and we represented also in a 12 months or 9 months time, we were able to come out with the vaccine, and that was a evidence which we all took those as vaccine. So that is different type of innovations where we can talk about. Yes, so if you remember my second slide, I was telling that is innovation totally novel? Is innovation only technology dependent? Is innovation only about system? So no, innovations are always there in health policies. Innovation is always there upon acts. When you say something new, or when you say something novel which is benefited for the population, is also kind of discussion which you talk in sense of health policy as an innovation. So a very good example of healthcare act where people started talking about health insurance into different aspects. When you take this type of vaccine or this type of component, what type of health insurance or health component you should take it up, that also comes under the different type of health policy innovations. So basic important concept of, if you talk about global health innovations, is when we start talking about global health initiatives at different level, either at technology, either at patient's care, or either at diagnostic care. So they are some important aspects. Another approach of health innovations is specified towards infectious diseases. When for this infectious diseases, we are able to have a molecular diagnostic, when we are able to have a drug development, and when we are able to have monitoring system, is also part of health innovation towards specific towards the infectious diseases. Next is towards public health innovation. When you talk about a general public of passive or active smoking concept, when we are able to give out some acts towards public health actions, when we are able to talk about different type of smoking adherence towards e-smoking, when we are talking about sensation or programs towards negative point of smoking. So when these type of programs and concepts are also introduced into different innovative way, is also part of innovations in public health. So that is one type of example which we talked about. Maybe puberty, maybe adolescence, maybe menstrual cycle, way of expression, way of publicity, way of reports can also be a part of public health innovations. This we also talked about digital health innovation.
Can you please show the slide before public health innovation?
Global health innovation.
Yeah, global health
Yes.
innovation. Just a minute, sir. I would like to take a screenshot of it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So then we spoke about yeah. So digital health technologies. When we were talking about digital health technology, it's not only about smartwatches, but when you talk about ventilators, when you talk about a full health data analytics portal, where you are able to monitor the system of a healthcare, a patient connected to it, and you are able to monitor its whole vitals, is a kind of digital health technology where you can speak about. When you talk about this fitness trackers as the health apps, when it monitors each and every component of your body, it is able to tell you. I also have a tracker in my thing, and it says me, just now it formed me up that please raise yourself, you're sitting for a long time. When it says drink water, so what is that? These are all apps and an algorithm matching to your body system to speak about your health tracking. So that is also kind of new innovations which we speak about. Very important aspect, where the whole Ayurvedic formulation and people are moving towards. Even pharma industry is converting themselves, because there are n number of regulations with the allopathic department. So people are moving towards, and people are aware now basically about their new concepts. So nutrition and health innovation is another concept. Fortification of different aspects is another innovation concept. Making functional food. Yesterday itself, we were talking about one project, and the output of my project was functional food, which is a very important aspect. Functional food by which you add some peptides, you add some fortification, you add some health benefit into a similar specific type of food product where you are talking about. Then again, coming to a precision medicine or pharmacogenomics approach, seeing the genetic profiling and metabolic profile of a person, you talk about personalized nutrition concept. So, so some people are taking vegan food, some are vegetarian, some are specific to these type of components where they cannot take dairy products. So for those people, how the nutrition can be taken it up is an important concept. People are now talking about different type of probiotics. Gut health nowadays, a new research or a research was there, but it has been able to maintain your gut properly with your microbes, you are able to maintain the overall health. So people are talking in different type of functional foods or functional component in sense of probiotic. That is also kind of innovation or aspects where you can talk in sense of nutrition and health. So then if you talk about your mental health innovation, you talk about discussing your perspective or a person when you are making a person comfortable with their mental health. When you talk about different type of questionnaires which makes the person's neurofeedback active and mental health component stabilize, is also different type of mental health innovation which people are talking about to understand or to maintain the life balance. These are also few things or innovations or apps which makes the people healthy and stable. Very important in elderly care. You would have seen in LinkedIn, Instagram, different type of technologies, different type of drones, different type of agriculture components like that. For assistive technology, you would have seen those who don't have arms, they have that robotic arms. So these are some assistive technologies or technologies which supports seniors or challenged people to support their independent living, is a type of innovation which we can support or think about. We can think about elderly care's monitoring system, smart home structure where they are staying, or smart homes with where they can do their works independently, is a type of innovation for elderly care. So these are something which need to be thought about, which is there, but need to make it more strategized. Yes, surgery. In surgery, we again do a lot of different innovations. Say, for example, suturing. So when we do a suturing, what type of sutures we use, the most less painful, which gets absorbed fast. These are type of some few innovations which we can talk about. We can talk about different type of 3D printing surgical planning, which can support a patient implants and specificity. I'm sure here sitting people would have seen now there are different type of implants in dental support also. There are different type of arranging your tooths. Now days have gone where people used to put wires. Now there are different type of components where you put it up as a silicon component, and the teeth are been arranged. So there are different type of strategies and innovations in implants as well. Very important here for medical education, simulation based training. I would like to discuss with you all, and I want you to go and just Google out simulation based training for doctors. You can see for previously there would be when doctors get trained, they have a dead body and they do a lot of experiments in that. But now there are simulation based training where we are able to do testing, we are able to check a vital simulation based. Whatever a doctor does it up or an intern does, you can cross-check the monitors digitally. So that is something which trains the doctors and the trainers or intern more specifically before handling a patient. Then innovations in different type of e-learning platform. The more digital, the more comfortable, the more perfectly e-learning is being presented is a kind of innovation in health. The more best way I am able to absorb is a kind of e-learning innovation. So previously if I have to give this talk, I have to go take a flight, come to Lucknow and do this stuff. Arrangements have been done. Now there is an innovation and a technology where those who have registered also can see this talk, and those who are not registered can just also take up through a live streaming of YouTube. So that is also kind of technology innovations in a teaching learning platform. The most important, if you can see here, is virtual reality in surgical training. The most important aspect in medical, and I have really testified this experiments and seen this facility into Parul Medical University, where simulation of the whole body and interns are actually playing around with the body, simulated body, and they're able to see how they perform this activity, what is the actually changes in the vitals. So that is the most important aspect in medical education. If you see in healthcare infrastructure, smart hospitals, sustainable design in a operation theater, patient's care, modular hospitals. A very, very simple example, rails for a physically challenged person to catch a rail and move towards the step is a kind of innovation. In a washroom, having stands or support to sit in the washroom is a kind of innovation to do that. So different type of easy innovation which helps the elderly and the challenge to make the technology easier is a kind of infrastructure development in healthcare. I think I have 5 minutes, or I'm just done. Ashish ji, so can I go for another 5 minutes? That's it. Yeah, thank you. So these are type of few health innovation where we have to talk about AI and robotics. I'll just rush up to a few things which I wanted to share with you all about where you as a project investigator or as a student or as an initial faculty, which type of innovations as an engineering concept you can think about. So if you can see a brain talks in sense of artificial neural network, brain thinks, observe, respond. So can we imitate brain? Here the concept of innovation towards imitation is coming up. So this is for computer science people. Can you imitate, or a biotechnologist, can you imitate brain into a different type of technology? Second, can you imitate our eye, which is having iris, pupil, cornea, different type of portions in a lens, in a camera, that how best I can make my camera considering my eye concept into different position. Just giving a very simple example, when we enter into a picture hall, we are not able to see, but down the line we are able to understand the structure of the hall where we need to go. So can we understand that concept of our scientific eye work and think about our camera to design little more enhanced? Can we see our heart function as a circulatory system, the perfect organ as a circulatory system? And can we plan a technology where this type of difficult circulatory system can be utilized and make a specific technology as a circulatory system? Can we see our sound pressure or our ears, how it hears, or the tympanic membrane, how it takes it up? Can we develop a fiber from where electric signals can go ahead? So can our ear can be taken as a sense to develop a fiber specific for electric signals? Can lungs can be understood so perfectly that it becomes as a specific exchange model? So if I want to develop an exchange model in anywhere, in a water system, in a health system, can I study my lungs and then think about it? Can I study my kidney as a best filtration system and talk in sense of technology diversion? So I want to represent this whole body. We as a whole body, we have a perfect body to understand, and then taking this body different system, can we think about as an engineering concept to talk about a new innovation or a technology? Can we think about our plants photosynthesis and develop a photovoltaic cell? Can we, the whole country or the world is converting towards solar. So can we see our photosynthesis and talk about photovoltaic cell? Can we see our fishes electrocorrelation or ultrasonography and talk about in a new dimensions towards the medical inventions? This we have already talked about. We have talked about bird flying, GPS and aircrafts, and people are actually thinking in sense of this. Can we see the lotus leaves as a super hydrophobic layer and talk about nanotechnology aspect for sustained medical release? There are systems of, as a shark skin, people are making a swimming costume and people are seeing the patterns that how fast in a swimming costume a person can able to swim. So taking shark skin into consideration, people are talking about longitudinal and transverse vertices of the water, and they are thinking about. So these are some imitations which people are talking and trying to imply. So can we also see about it? So these are n number of biomimicry concepts of honeybee structure to develop best houses. There are different type of adaptive polymers which people are using it up. People are using the chameleon's angle direction to catch its prey and what type of chemical is there. Dragonflies information, spiders net, how to make it up and to utilize this for our concept of spider silk. So these are some different type of AMRs, antimicrobial peptides people are thinking through imitations. So there are 3D printing technology, bioactive compounds, which people are talking about. That's it. I think these were some innovations which I wanted to represent in sense of health. I wanted to represent or to talk about more of innovations in health, specifically through imitations. This concept of presentation was towards imitation. You see something and you want to convert that into technology. You see something and you try to think in sense of your understanding where you want to take care. So, so taking all this and what I represented, just to share with you all, we are also working on different type of healthcare innovations and products. So as I represented you, we also came up with our few, we have presented ourselves into 4 sectors of innovation, that is healthcare, drug repurposing and nano drug delivery system, industrial biotechnology, artificial intelligence in healthcare. And we have good amount of projects and products and patents. But I really wanted to share you, we have our own ventilator developed through our mentor, Director General and a team of biotechnology. And this is actually into the government of Gujarat, some hospitals and Madras hospitals, where this ventilator is actually working upon. We have our different antimicrobial components developed, which we are using as Carbex. We are also coming out with some antidepressant molecules through in vitro cultures. We have come out with some patents which are actually under TRL6, that is technology transfer, where we are basically focusing on penta-nanoplast and pain management and anti-inflammatory process. And it is none the other without drug designing. So bioinformatics, AI, all these approaches comes throughout this whole approach. And where we have this, out of our 30 patents, you can itself understand 3 are under TRL 5-6, where we are traveling towards we have crossed value of death for technology transfer. This is something agriculture health-based product where we are also working at sustained release health and to make net zero combination, to make to reduce this parali concept. We are trying to develop some health-based, some agriculture-based products and making different products for university uses, and we are actually utilizing it up for these projects. So so these are some products which we have come out through agriculture ways and which is used for this concept. So this is something just wanted to share through Mustard husk, the mustard left out stems, which is not grazed by animals also, which is not taken up by animals as a grazing feed, and it is part of parali, and it is a major concern of CO2 and burning in environmental pollution. We converted this by different step of process into different products, and as I showed you, we came out with this mug which is being utilized nowadays for any of our conferences. We use this small pots for plantation and to give gifts. We have this packaged material we are using as a mouse pads, and we are distributing to the faculties. So if faculties itself is using 350 faculties, almost plastic has been reduced. So these are some innovations, very simple thing, but some few innovations which can come out and cross the TRLs and come out of your value of death. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for an interesting session. Now, if anyone, any question, I am sure Dr. Sachidanand sir would be pleased to answer them. If you have any query, you can ask to the sir. All the faculty members, if you have any query, you can ask now.
Sir, I have a question. Neeraj Mittal this side.
Yes, sir, please.
My son is an engineer and he is pursuing management in USA at the moment.
Okay.
Passion-wise, he is interested to do something in healthcare sector.
Wonderful.
But engineering and management background, I wonder what kind of innovations he will be able to do of his own. And if he is not able to do of his own, how should he approach this sector?
So which branch of engineering he has done, sir?
Mechanical.
Wonderful. So, and what management training he is doing in US? What is the degree?
This is MBA with specialization in healthcare sector.
Oh, so the answer is there. So if he is already in healthcare management, I don't know where he is. Would I like to know which state he is presently?
He is Durham in Duke University.
Duke University.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not aware, but fine. So so healthcare management program, if he is taking up, I'm sure he would be taking up a course known as EHR, which I spoke in my, I think 20th or 21st slide, electronic health record. This electronic health record is a very, very important aspect. It was a long back because we, when we were trained in US, we went through electronic health record some 10 years before, but it has come out as an existing parameter after COVID-19. It has come out as a program or a course in every curriculum of health sector component. So he can actually discuss with his faculties and friends about making distinguish electronic health records. Sir, electronic health record is not only the patient management of name, health, sex, what disease, what drugs and all, but there are different type of statistical analysis by which I am able to pick out 20 out of that 20,000 patients, which one has a survival rate. So there are n number of things into where he can discuss about electronic health record. Else, as he has a very good combination of mechanical and MBA in healthcare sector, he can actually talk to his faculties and he can think about some medical innovation, medical instrument innovation. So it's not about only making a medical, as I showed you our ventilator. So we didn't design the ventilator whole structure. We gave the concept of filters. We gave the concept of vitals to be kept. We gave the concept of when a person is lower in hypoxia condition, hypoxia in the sense when oxygen is not there. So lower in the hypoxia condition, what type of vitals should be shown perfectly. So we gave this concept and the ventilator was developed by a Madras company. So these type of concepts he can think about. One is electronic health record. Second is which type of medical instrument innovation he is interested. He can give his concepts of his expertise and put it up. I think that will go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Nazia ma'am is raising her hand.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, my research area is biomedical signal processing. So
Wonderful.
mainly I have worked on EEG signals. So
Wonderful.
can you suggest some innovative device which can be developed based on neurological signals?
It's a very wonderful concept. Long back, I was working with one electron in Karunya University with electronic people. If you see in I would suggest you to see autism spectrum disorder, ADHD. If you are getting some data in signals of this ADHD and autism, there are ADHD is a very vast parameter, man. So if you can see, I am not very sure whether we have a data for that or not, but if you get some data and you are able to categorize ADHD and what type of training has been given and what type of output they are giving it up into those data sets, then you can come out with a very nice findings with these signals. Because in ADHD and this parameter, if we get this EEG signals, people does that. People take these ECGs of these patients plus kids, and they report it up. But I'm not very sure whether these type of data are there in a big content or not, so that you can call as a big data analytics. But whatever you have, you can think about in those aspects. I feel that is a growing field right now. Otherwise, in neurodegenerative diseases, Parkinson's data, of course, you will get it up, because Parkinson's, University of South California, USA, USC, is working a huge into Parkinson's disease, and they are submitting many data into it, so you can actually think for that disease. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Anyone else want to ask something?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Nadia ma'am, it's still Nasir Siddiqui, sir. Dr. Nasir Siddiqui, sir, you are raising your hand. You can ask. Dr. Nasir Siddiqui, can you switch on your mic? You are raising hand. Your hand is raising.
Sachidanand sir, namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
I am faculty in the biotech, Southern University, Agra. One conclusion I have, my Bhanji want to take admission in the no. See now she taking the admission in the BTech course. She got a opportunity in taking the admission in the ICT Bhubaneswar. There is a Indian Oil Corporation is there, work is there. They are
Sir, it's not audible, Prakash ji. सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है.
Prakash, sir, your
go to
voice
the
is
ISRO by the taking the Indian Oil.
now it's audible. You can speak.
I am tapping them. Ma'am.
प्रकाश जी, आप मेरा नंबर ले लीजिएगा, वहां पे आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. आप ऑर्गेनाइजर से नंबर ले लीजिएगा, हम लोग बात कर लेंगे. कुछ मुझे लग रहा है आपको आपके बेटे के लिए कुछ तो है ना. मैम आप नंबर दे दीजिएगा इनको, है ना.
Okay, sir. Okay,
I
sir.
think it's not.
Anyone else? Dr. Nasir Siddiqui, sir? Still your raising hand. Okay, we have Abhishek Saxena, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Abhishek Saxena.
Hello.
Yes,
मैं
sir.
I'm audible.
Yes,
या
yes.
Abhishek जी बोलिए.
Okay, sir. That was very good session, and we have discussed about lot of things like simulators, health record, medicines. Sir, I have an idea that if we prepare medicine by the use of artificial intelligence, that will be the cost effective and time effective also. So I want to know your view on this.
यस सर ऑफ कोर्स हम लोग जब भी इन विवो इन विट्रो करने जाते हैं, आई एम अ पर्सन ऑफ सपोर्टर्स ऑफ बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिशन एआई बेस्ड टेक्निक्स, क्योंकि हमें इतना एक्सपेंडिचर करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वी कैन हैव अ इनिशियल स्क्रीनिंग एंड स्ट्रेटजीज फॉर अ कंप्यूटेशनल डेटा एनालिसिस. जब हम कंप्यूटेशनल डेटा एनालिसिस केवल ड्रग डिजाइनिंग नहीं होता है, ड्रग के साथ उसकी बाइंडिंग देखना, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें, एज यू सेड, एज यू सपोर्टेड, AI based methodology is playing a major role. आजकल मशीन लर्निंग कॉन्सेप्ट्स आके आपके डेटा को बहुत प्रिसाइज कर देते हैं. तो जब मैंने अपने 1 लाख मॉलिक्यूल्स से AI बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी से अपने ड्रग और ड्रग जब हम कहते हैं स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल लिगैंड, उसको स्पेसिफाई कर दिया फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक प्रोटीन या पाथवे के लिए, और तब हम उसका क्लिनिकल इन्वेस्टिगेशन और लैबोरेटरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन करें. सो वी रिड्यूस अ लॉट इनटू आवर फंडिंग. So that is a very, very important aspect for any researcher. And I really add yes to what you said, of course.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Nasir Siddiqui, sir, now you can ask. Anyone else want to ask something?
Ma'am, can we have email ID of sir?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yes, sure. We will share you.
I have just shared. Thank you.
Yes.
मैम, प्रकाश जी को आप नंबर दे दीजिएगा. मे बी ही विल स्पीक अबाउट हिज किड्स एडमिशन. कुछ उनको पूछना है मे बी लेटर.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, of course she can go to ISRO, sir. ICT Mumbai से जाने का, ISRO has a concept of taking it up. Yeah, I just read in my sister daughter wants to go ISRO. She get an opportunity to take admission in ICT Mumbai campus, Indian Oil Bhubaneswar, but she wants to go to ISRO. I'm not clear, but ICT Mumbai itself is another prestigious institution. If she gets into it and then she wants to apply for ISRO, in ISRO we have 2 divisions, which I know how much I have understood. We have one climate division where they take all these people who have understanding of remote sensing in ISRO. Second, we have a medical health division in ISRO, which talks about textile and healthy functional components for a support to a pilot who is sitting into a rocket or a ISRO concepts. So ये 2 divisions हैं जहाँ पे ISRO में ज़्यादा prospects होते हैं as a scientist to enter. उसके अलावा, that is my understanding. There you can have it up. So of course you can put it up into it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I am immensely thankful to the Dr. Sachidanand Singh for the valuable contribution. Your ideas and elegance of explanation of everything. I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation. All the faculty member feedback link and questionnaire link will be shared in the group, and please fill that. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.